See, for long, they have deceived us. They have tried to water down the depth of the Igbo language and identity. They deceive guy too much. We've accepted a lot of lies. We've accepted a lot of lies. Okwa mere ojide mma. Inokatakwa iju ase. Iju ase, you just want to learn more about your language. Inokata iju ase, inokata igupano history. Ima some ways. Otutu okwas no na ibitere ebite no mbite bụ okwu ahụ. Na ibitere ya n'aka ndị ọcha bụ asị. Acha nye bụ asị asị. Otutu okwas no mbite ka ibitere ya. Fansha bụ gịnị asị. Okay, watch again in the video from my senior colleague is lemon juice. Just go and check out.
They want you to believe that Igbo language is a collection of borrowed words, that we named our word after foreigners. They lied. I'm here to debunk some of the long word agenda. Ngwa, let's start with Beke. The agenda says it comes from Scottish explorer named William Beeke, who arrived in 1854. But the archives don't lie. Look at the 1830 memoirs of Hugh Crow. That was 24 years before Beeke even landed. We are already using Beke to describe anything foreign. Then there is Oyibo. While others claim it to be honey skin, our oral tradition reveals a linguistic mirror. Early Europeans couldn't handle the nasal A or the heavy B in Onyibo. They mutilated it to Oyibo. We didn't borrow a word for them. We simply handed their own broken pronunciation back to them as a nickname. They will tell you Egusi is a long word, and that is false. It is a Benue Congo cognate as old as the seed in the soil. What about Oga? Look at Ogaranya, the root of the power and the greatness in Igbo land. The DNA of leadership was baked into our vocabulary long before we need a word for boss. Even the word Igbo itself, forget the colonial IBO, Igbo, or the Hebrew means. Linguists point to Protokwa Ndibo, the ancients, the first people of the forest. We were naming ourselves while the colonizers were still lost at the sea. The word itself isn't just hearing pidgin. They are hearing Igbo survivors. When the Jamaicans say uno or unu, when the Barbadians say wuna or unu, and when Nigerians says una in pidgin English, they all meant the same thing, which is the Igbo unu, and it means you all. And here are more words that are Igbo rooted. Soso or soso, which means only. It is widely used in Jamaica, Barbados, and across Nigeria in both Igbo and Caribbean dialects to emphasize nothing but or exclusively. While in the Gula Geechee USA and Sierra Leone Creole, the word soso is used to mean the truth and truly. It is a phonetic remnant of Igbo emphasis on what is only or strictly the fact. Chaka chaka, which means messy or disorganized, is a word widely used in Jamaica and Virgin Islands. In Igbo, it refers to something scattered or untidy. In Caribbean, if somebody says your work or your room is chaka chaka, they are using the exact Igbo descriptive terms for chaos. There we have poto poto, derived from the Igbo word mpotompoto or opotopoto, meaning mud, swampy, or slippery wet soil, widely used in Nigerian pidgin and West African English, and it survived the transatlantic crossing to become a staple in Jamaican patois. Nana, used as a respected title for elders, grandparents, and maternal figures in Jamaica, Barbados, and across the Gula Geechee culture in United States. In Igbo culture, Nna and Nne is a foundational root for father and mother. These terms expanded in the diaspora to signify deep respect for ancestry and elderhood. Okra. The word is derived from okro, which is indigenous Igbo name for vegetable. This is one of the famous Igbo contributions to English language in the United States and the Caribbean. Okro evolved into okra. It is a pure indigenous term that maintains its phonetic core even as it traveled globally. Obono is an African wild mango seed ground and used as a soup thickener. This is direct indigenous Igbo now that has become the standard name for the soup across Nigeria and parts of the diaspora. While the tree is native to much of the West and Central Africa, the term Obono spread through Igbo influence in trade and culinary culture. Nyanga, derived from the Igbo word Iyanga, it is a classic Nigerian pidgin stable used from Lagos to Douala. It is a direct Igbo word for vanity or form. When someone says, "No, they do Iyanga," they are using 100% Igbo verb that describes the specific social posture of being proudy. Biko is a direct loan word in both standard Igbo and Nigerian pidgin. The word remains unchanged in both form and meaning. It is one of the most widely recognized Igbo words used by non-Igbo speakers across Africa. And last but not the least, Nkwobi, a spicy cow foot or goat meat delicacy. It is culturally specific indigenous dish. The name has been adopted into the general Nigerian culinary vocabulary without any foreign root influence, and many more. Our words are not borrowed, they are blueprints of Black world. Let's go back further than the 16th century to the 900s. While the world was in the early Middle Ages, our ancestors in Ubuku were masters of textile technology. We have the archaeological receipts, woven cotton fabrics found in the burial chambers of Ezenri. We didn't wait for our neighbors to teach us how to dress royalty. We provided the 9th century blueprint. Mom Kwem.